What if the biggest lie you've ever been told is that reality is solid? What if the world you see only exists because you're looking at it? Do you feel stuck, without any real choice over your life? Reality isn't fixed. It bends to your perception, as if waiting for your consciousness to bring it into being. Science has confirmed this. In the famous Double Slit Experiment, a particle behaves like a wave until someone observes it. And at the moment of observation, one reality becomes tangible and all other possibilities vanish. Amit Goswami called this the self-aware universe. Hermes Trismegistus referred to it as the law of mentalism. And you experience this phenomenon constantly, even if you don't realize it. The question is, which version of reality are you collapsing right now? Have you ever walked into a place with a strange vibe? Nothing seemed overtly wrong. No one said anything. Yet you just felt that something was off? These experiences are tiny cracks, fissures where the seemingly solid reality dissolves and something more subtle, more vibrational, begins to reveal itself. We've been conditioned to believe that the world is concrete, immutable, composed of fixed objects in space. But this perception originates from our five senses, and our senses, while useful, are profoundly limited. You can't see radio waves. You can't hear frequencies below 20 Hertz. You don't feel Earth's magnetic field, but it's passing through you right now. The invisible exists, even if your eyes can't perceive it. What if what you call reality is simply the sensory slice your body is capable of processing? Quantum physics has already revealed that matter, at its essence, isn't solid. It's composed of atoms, and atoms are 99% empty space. What appeared concrete is, in fact, a field of vibration and energy. The Hermetic law of vibration, penned thousands of years before any microscope, already stated, "Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates." This isn't just an esoteric principle, it's the very foundation of quantum reality. Everything that exists vibrates, and this vibration determines how reality manifests. Amit Goswami, theoretical physicist and author of The Self-Aware Universe, affirms, "Material reality does not exist independently of consciousness. It is consciousness that collapses the wave of possibility into an actual event." In other words, matter is not the universe's fundamental building block. Consciousness is. But why is this so challenging to accept? Because we've been taught to only believe what we can see, touch, and measure. We learned that reality is something external, fixed, and separate from us. But modern physics, just like Hermeticism, tells us that the universe is a dynamic, vibrational field, responding to the mind that perceives it. You aren't trapped within a pre-built structure. You are navigating an invisible ocean of possibilities. And every thought, every emotion, every intention is a wave that vibrates within this field. The world you call real is merely the frozen surface of a constantly moving sea. If the idea that reality is a vibration of consciousness has ignited a spark within you, here's science's most fascinating and counterintuitive proof: the famous Double Slit Experiment. Imagine the scene. Scientists trying to understand the behavior of tiny particles, like light or electrons, as they're projected through two very small slits. By our everyday logic, we'd expect them to behave like tiny balls, passing through one slit or the other and creating two distinct marks on the back wall, right? Like shooting marbles at a target. But what happened was breathtaking. The particles didn't behave like solid balls. They behaved like waves, spreading out and creating an interference pattern, like water waves meeting after passing through two openings. It was as if each particle was, in some way, passing through both slits at the same time. This alone was a shock, revealing a nature of the universe very different from what we're accustomed to perceiving. And that's when the experiment unveiled its most impactful secret, showcasing the power you hold. Intrigued, the scientists decided to install detectors to observe which slit each particle passed through. They wanted to catch the particle in its trajectory. And what happened? The exact instant that conscious observation was applied, the wave pattern completely disappeared. The particles suddenly stopped behaving like diffuse waves and reverted to acting like solid entities, passing through only one slit and creating the expected pattern of two lines. The simple presence of the observer, with their consciousness, altered the very nature of the particle's reality. In essence, the mere act of observation changes the outcome, and this defies all classical physics logic. Many tried to rationalize the phenomenon. They claimed it wasn't consciousness, but a measuring device that collapsed the wave. However, renowned physicists and pioneers of quantum physics admitted the observer's influence. Nobel laureate physicist Eugene Wigner stated, "It is impossible to formulate the laws of quantum mechanics in a fully consistent way without reference to consciousness." The equally renowned John Wheeler, an Einstein collaborator, reinforced, "No phenomenon is a real phenomenon until it is observed." For him, the universe constructs itself as a participatory cosmos, requiring consciousness to exist. Amit Goswami takes this idea even further. Consciousness is the ground of all being. Matter exists only as possibility until consciousness collapses it into reality. Here, modern physics meets ancient Hermeticism. The law of mentalism, described in the Kybalion, says, "The all is mind, the universe is mental." Matter, time, space, everything exists within the mind of the all. And each of us is a spark of that mind, a point of consciousness navigating the ocean of possibilities. But attention is needed here. This truth shouldn't be distorted into simple, positive thinking magic. You won't just imagine an apple and have it appear in front of you, because there are levels of consciousness. The all creates universes in a blink of thought. We, as self-aware particles of this all, are still learning to align our mind, emotion, and vibration with this creative source. That's why our influence doesn't manifest instantly in the macro world, but reveals itself in major choices, synchronicities, and the realities we frequently collapse, even unknowingly. Jesus is the supreme example of a consciousness that transcended this limitation. He collapsed realities with perfection. He turned water into wine, healed with a word, and multiplied bread with intention. This was called a miracle. But as he himself said, he was one with the Father. He was unified with the all, with the creative source. The truth is, you're already doing this, but you're doing it unconsciously. And now you are being called to awaken, because you are not living within a reality. You are choosing a reality at every single moment. You are the observer, and the world, the response. Imagine this everyday scenario. You're in a gigantic supermarket with endless aisles. In each aisle, shelves filled with identical products, but with different labels. You have an empty cart and need to choose what you'll take home. It's a simple choice, but it defines what you'll consume. In the universe, it's very similar, but on a cosmic scale. You are in a field of infinite possibilities, where each product is a different version of your life. The version with financial abundance, the one with perfect health, the one with harmonious relationships. And your consciousness is what decides what goes into your cart, that is, into your reality. Every instant of your life, you are actively co-creating. This fascinating and liberating concept echoes ancient Hermetic wisdom and finds validation in the latest discoveries in physics. The limitation isn't in the universe's lack of options, but often in our own perception, in our ability to focus and activate the reality we truly desire. And this is where your power as an observer becomes the most potent tool you possess to shape your destiny. Every choice you make, every thought you nurture, every emotion you feel, and yes, every glance you cast upon a situation or a desire, these are acts of pure creation. They act like keys that unlock a specific reality timeline. This is the very essence of the Hermetic law of correspondence, a universal principle. As above, so below, as within, so without. This law teaches us that there is a perfect and undeniable symmetry between your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, deepest feelings, and your outer world, the reality unfolding before you. So, the major turning point in your life is this. You don't manifest just what you wish for superficially. Desire can be a starting point, but what you truly collapse and materialize into your life is what you recognize as real, in its deepest essence, in its most authentic vibration. As Goswami also says in The Self-Aware Universe, we are not just passive observers of reality, we are its active creators through our consciousness. To rewrite the script of your life, you first need to change what you believe is possible and true within yourself. Now that you understand your consciousness isn't merely a spectator, but the true architect of your reality. The echoing question is, how do you, in practice, assume this role of creator? How do you stop being a hostage to circumstances and become the master of your own destiny, co-creating the life you've always dreamed of? It requires a conscious awakening, a paradigm shift that moves you from a victim of life mindset and places you in the director of your own existence chair. The power to shape your reality is already within you, in your divine spark, waiting to be fully activated. When you learn to observe with an elevated intention, with crystal clear clarity about what you want, and more importantly, with the deep visceral feeling that it is already real, you are not just wishing into the void. You are, in fact, sending a clear and powerful command to the quantum field, collapsing realities that are in perfect sync with your highest vibration. This is the essence of the Hermetic law of vibration in action, where your internal frequency aligns with the frequency of your desired reality. It's like tuning a radio to your favorite station. You raise your internal frequency to pick up the station of abundance. And how do you do this practically in your daily life to co-create your abundance? There are ancient methods, now validated by modern understanding of consciousness, that teach us this art of conscious co-creation. Meditation, for example, is a powerful tool to calm the mind, allowing you to vividly visualize and feel in your body and soul the reality you desire as if it were already present. Ho'oponopono is a powerful mental transmutation technique that allows you to clear beliefs and be in the present moment. The reality around you doesn't change because the external world transformed first. True, profound, and lasting transformation happens when you change your own vibration, your perception, and your consciousness. It is your alteration of your internal state that redefines the frequency with which you connect to the vast field of potential, thus manifesting a new, more abundant, more aligned, and more fulfilling version of your world. You are the observer, you are the creator, and your reality is the exact mirror of what you choose to manifest. We've reached the end of a deep and transformative journey that I'm sure resonated with your soul. We've recapped how science and Hermetic wisdom converge to show us that reality isn't fixed, but an illusion shaped by your consciousness. We saw in the Double Slit Experiment the proof that your gaze and attention collapse reality. We understood that we are in a field of infinite possibilities, and that the law of correspondence, combined with quantum physics, reveals that what you recognize as real within yourself is what you materialize externally. And that, through intention and conscious practices, you have the power to co-create a life of abundance in all areas. This knowledge isn't just information, it's a key, A key that, when applied, can truly transform your life, moving you from the role of victim to the role of co-creator. It's time to transcend limits and manifest the reality you were born to live. If this video has ignited a light within you and inspired you to see the world in a new way, please like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of awakening. And if you believe this knowledge can touch and awaken other lives, contribute to the collective awakening. Share this video with someone you feel needs to hear this message. By sharing, you become an agent of transformation in the world. And for those seeking a practical guide, a detailed map to immediately apply the Hermetic laws, the ebook, The Key to Prosperity, Transform Your Financial Life with Hermetic Laws, is your next step. This guide was created to show you, clearly and accessibly, how to unlock the secrets of abundance and co-create the prosperity you truly desire. The link to get your ebook is in the pinned comment. The universe awaits your awakening. Awaken and manifest your greatness